shields and surrender your ships, we will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
This is Sparta! Fatality.
I know I said last month I wanted to change that intro, but it's too damn cool. I just love it. I love having the 300 in there, getting people worked up about UFOs, aliens, and today it's space. And there was a lot of activity today, mainly from Blue Origin, but we'll get to that in a moment because I got a gripe. The first gripe is it makes me mad when people say, why is he talking so long at the beginning? Well, Mr. or Miss, if you would have listened to the podcast, the last 3 episodes, you would have known that it all builds on the last one in some way or another. Or I'm just talking to the people, the regulars, the ones that show up here, the ones who are on Discord, the folks that want to spend some time to chat a little with the Moonraker today. That's who I'm talking to, for the love of God. And if you're listening to a podcast on a YouTube, you've got problems. You've got problems. I'm just saying. Now I know. Oops. That, by the way, that was my camera that I've been using to record my motorcycle videos. I'm getting pretty good at it, I think. But I don't know. You guys let me know. Mario said, hey, I'm doing a good job. Kind of epic. A little bit of humor in the last one. But it is the final test. Now I'm going to go full balls to the wall or the pavement or the street or whatever it is. But we got some travels planned that we're going to videotape. And some of those are going to include UFO spots here in Texas. So get ready. It's coming. It's coming. On the flip side of this, today I got blamed about 4 times for Bug's farting situation. I'm telling you, I don't know what the hell is going on, but his farting is so loud. It is human. Like usually in the past, he was more like silent but deadly. But now, for the love of Pete, seriously, I think today on purpose he stayed around me the whole time. Just because people can give me that odd stare like, really? That's what I was getting today. And he's not even here now, so that's good. No snoring, no farting. And but he's probably under, somebody's sheets, licking toes. Yeah, okay, so the podcast host has I'm sorry, not the host. I'll take that back. So the podcast mascot has a fetish for licking toes. And most of you do as well. Don't even lie to yourselves or myself and get that big toe out your mouth. That's the way it goes sometimes, right? The music for today is all over the damn place. I'm going to tell you that right now, so don't complain about it. I mean, the music is nuts today. I'm not even going to try to justify it. Not in the least. It is what it is. Enjoy it or not. If you're listening to this on a playback, guess what? You can fast forward. If you're live right now on Spreaker.com, you're fucked. Yeah, you're fucked. Oh yeah, by the way, this is UFO Buster Radio. I am Manny Moonraker, the host, and today we talk about space. Normally about UFOs and aliens and all kind of stuff, probings, cattle mutilations, and all kind of craziness. But it is what it is today. There was a lot of activity regarding space. A lot of news came out, but some of it you're gonna be like, "Fuck! For fuck's sake, really? Really? The Asgardians had it correct." Igor Asher Belly kind of called it. It's a bad day when you have to say Igor Asher Belly was right. Could you imagine even going as far as saying that Scott C. Waring hit it right on the money? Fuck, that's a bad day. That's the kind of day you want to forget, to be honest. This when you have to say, yeah, that hoaxer or that pareidolia Pete, he's the man. He called it. That's a bad day. That's a day you just want to forget forever. By the way, if you're listening live, the lines are open. I realize I haven't done this on a regular episode in a while. So it's open right now, 972-290-1329. Or if you feel froggy and you have Skype, you can do Skype at Boss Crawler. And if you didn't catch that, look at the description for the episode. It's in there. Trust me, it is. Check out this track. So I was having a bit of a chat today with Scooter Bros on YouTube regarding, dipping your feet in the river and chanting. What a great experience that would be. Needless to say, he doesn't buy the whole thing, but, hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you got to chant. Some of you, in between licking pinky toes, you do a chant. And sometimes when you run around naked in the buff, you chant as well. But sometimes the water is the conduit to all that is unknown in the world of L. I don't know about you guys, but Tuesday has been a really crazy-ass day. It's been just nuts. It was so crazy, it was so nuts, that I actually tuned in to watch the new Shepard rocket from Blue Origin take off. Like, up until this point, I have not... Like, usually, somebody says SpaceX, I'm on it. Like, I'm watching the whole damn thing. The fucking thing could be on for, 4 or 5 hours. I am stuck to that damn YouTube watching every single moment. But today is a crazy ass day. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Everything is just out of sorts today. And when I saw, and to be honest, I don't even know how the hell I got this notification because I don't even subscribe to this channel. But I got a notification and it said the new Shepard was taking off today. You want to check it out? So I did. I set my phone up, and it was running. The one thing I got to say is this: I don't give Bezos, the bald eagle, billionaire, Mr. Politics, I don't give him enough credit for what Blue Origin is doing. But for the love of Pete, wait, let me just stop a second, because on this podcast, many a times, have we noted that a lot of these new rockets look like phalluses. We know we have a gigantic steel phallus down in Boca Chica, but it turns out somewhere near West Texas somewhere, central to West Texas. I forgot. Actually, the video showed the name of the town, but I didn't write it down. But, it is what it is. Who knows? It's like West Cornfield, Texas. I don't know. But the people that were on the live feed for Blue Origin, I promise you that every other message was, look at that penis. That's all they kept on saying, was that the new Shepard just looked like a penis. This is what the world is coming to, But I don't know if they just noticed that, but we here at UFO Buster Radio, we've had that. I can't say on our minds because that's not the way we roll, but we've seen that. We've identified it, especially with SpaceX. Now, the SpaceX thing, I think once it's done and we get the full version, I swear it looks more like a manta ray or some crazy thing like that. But at the moment, we can just go with the whole phallus. Steel phallus rise again, but not anytime soon. Anyway, this story basically is about Blue Origin, the fact that it launched a new Shepard on its 7th trip into space. This damn rocket has launched 7 times without any issues. It didn't crash and burn. It had a fantastic landing. So, hats off to Blue Origin. You're doing something right. Now, the sad thing is that the last time that this rocket took off was December 2019. There was a freeze. You know why? It's called Wuhan. Yeah, COVID-19 pandemic in the United States put a stop to things because the employees at Blue Origin were like, fuck no, Bezos. No, screw you, Bezos. We ain't launching shit. We're not launching a damn thing. No. Yeah, so that's what went down. So because of all the concerns regarding, COVID-19, all the madness that was going on, so the launch kind of paused. It was delayed. So had to put it on the back burner because people were not doing well. And they're still not, actually. But we don't want to get into that. So it turns out Blue Origin decided, well, in September we'll go ahead and try again, but something happened. A power supply issue kind of scrubbed that launch. But today, October the 13th, they decided to go again. Fantastic. It was by the book. It is still amazing to me what these private corporations are accomplishing and the way they're doing it. It is incredible. The other day, I saw a clip of the Challenger disaster documentary on Netflix, and it's something I feel like I need to watch. But when you look at the space shuttle fleet and you compare it to what's happening now on these phalluses, it's amazing. It is so crazy. But it brings me to a point that we're going to talk about in a little bit. On top of this, there was an experiment that NASA attached to the outside of the new Shepard, and that it's called the SPLICE. Okay, you know, our people here at NASA love to have acronyms. SPLICE stands for Safe, Precise Landing, Integrated Capabilities, Evolution. Really? Who the fuck thought about that? How much did they pay the person to bring up that name? I'm sure it was way too much than what we can afford in tax dollars. But anyway, what it's supposed to do is sensors and instruments and software that NASA put together to help future crewed and robotic spacecraft land on the moon. On the moon. So they've got an instrument stuck onto the top of this phallus to record and measure. Now, the new Shepard actually went 62 miles into space, or suborbital. And actually, if you have the money, so let's say you sold your house, your children, you sold your dog, probably a car or two, and you decided you want to be a passenger on future flights with Blue Origin, right? Because I would imagine it's not going to be fucking cheap. So let's say you get on there, you will go up to 62 miles high, where you will experience weightlessness or microgravity, similar to what, someone might experience on the moon. This is why the SPLICE was put onto the phallus, so that they could measure the microgravity and then, of course, the takeoff and landing for more info, basically, because the plan is to go to the moon. For what reason, nobody fucking knows. But if you pay the big bucks, you and the loved one that you had to sell in order to get on this flight, well, they could watch it from whatever farm they're on. You will experience this. Now, here's the kicker. This is the thing that I don't get. And I need more information on this. But apparently, it'll reach 62 miles or suborbital, and then slowly, as the thing starts dropping back down, because it doesn't take the trajectory that other spacecrafts take. Now, if you've seen this, I know if you followed space, or even the space shuttle missions, or some of the Falcon 9 rockets, you know that it looks like it's curving. It's like, where the fuck is that thing going? It's not going to space. No, yeah, it is. But it's got to take this trajectory to introduce itself, can get into that suborbital space, but in a way that it doesn't come the fuck back down. These rockets, these New Shepard, New Glenn is the final version, the big one. The New Shepard ones, they actually go straight up and down. There is no curve. They're not going to disappear into the sunset. These things go up and they come down like an elevator into space. But apparently, the amount of time that you spend in microgravity is extremely short. Probably not worth the $250,000 you might have to pay to get up there. So I don't know. I think the whole thing is cool. We'll have to see. Like I said, the final version of the biggest it's kind of like a SpaceX, right? We're looking for the final Starship. There is one that is supposed to be for Blue Origin called the New Glenn. That one is going to be significant in size, really huge. But again, I don't know. Would I spend $250,000 just to spend maybe 10 minutes, maybe even less, of microgravity in space just to come back down again? I don't know. It seems like a lot of money, I think. Seems like you're going to lose more than what you gain. Because for the love of Pete, you could fly yourself find yourself a hot air balloon and put a damn camera on it and let it show you what you're going to see. Who knows? The next track, by the way, is probably what I'm thinking I'm going to work into one of my motor vlogs. See how it plays out. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I am literally hooked riding my motorcycle to different places. And I'm really even more hooked on actually capturing it on video. So I've got to find a way to, put these two things together. And I think going to different conferences and UFO sites, incidents that have happened, starting locally in Texas, but then moving into the rest of the country and the rest of the world, really. Because I really feel like I need to visit South America on a motorcycle. It's like the thing to do now. It really is. You gotta love space. And just recently, NASA announced, and I want to say it was 2 weeks ago. It wasn't even that long ago. NASA allowed, no, gotta be that kind of night. NASA announced that SpaceX and the Crew Dragon, we're going to take up the next group of lucky astronauts to go on the second demo. Again, I would not sign up for anything that says that I'm a demo. No. Let somebody else do that. Where is that crash test dummy? Why don't you put him in there? The announcement was that this was going to happen off of the coast of Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I even had the freaking launch pad in the story before. So it's supposed to happen on October 31st. It was going to be a Halloween launch. You kind of think of, well, maybe they'll do something cool. Maybe they'll announce like a new candy for Halloween. I don't know what the hell it is. Is it scary? Yeah, I figure for every single astronaut that's in the Crew Dragon right now, that shit's scary. So I could just imagine. I think even getting on the Crew Dragon as the Demo 2 people, I don't even think I'd be excited about shitting on that new titanium toilet they have in the ISS. That thing looks like really there is no pushing involved. It just sucks everything out of you. So I don't know. Some of them might enjoy that. Speaking of fetishes. But yeah, so apparently it's not going to happen October 31st. So the Crew Dragon, Demo 2, or whatever the hell, Crew 1 mission is the other name. They can have all fucking kind of names for these things. But really, it is a second demo, let's be honest. It was pushed back. Not because of the actual Crew Dragon capsule. Not because that thing messed up, no. Because it hasn't fucking gone anywhere. Hasn't gone anywhere since the last mission. It happened because there was another mission in early October in which the Falcon 9 had issues. Yeah. There was a problem in one of the Falcon 9s that was supposed to lift off that had some kind of a military cargo on it. And the mission was scrubbed. And so you're thinking, so what? So what? It's a Falcon. Well, yeah, the Crew Dragon sits on top of a Falcon 9. Now, here's my thing, NASA. I don't understand why you guys are worried about something going wrong. Let's be honest. Because if you guys actually did put people on the moon, I guarantee you that their likelihood of survival was far less than sitting on top of a Falcon 9. So I don't understand why they're all worked up about it. So October 31st, you guys on the east coast of Florida, you will not be seeing a launch of the Crew 1. Instead, sometime in early to mid-November is when we are going to have afforded SpaceX and Elon Musk enough time to figure the fuck out what the hell happened before we put the new astronauts on top of that Falcon 9. It's crazy. It really is. It's funny how NASA is so nervous about this relationship they have with these private companies, and that at a drop of a dime, they will cancel shit, and they will, put into question whether or not we should have humans on top of these things. Let's be honest. Number one, it's probably not the same damn rocket, NASA. Come on. Why are you slowing things down? I really feel there's something else that's going on behind the scenes with this, because I don't understand why they would cancel it. It makes no sense. The quote here from NASA is that additional time for SpaceX to complete hardware testing and data reviews as the company evaluates off-nominal behavior of Falcon 9 first-stage engine gas generators observed during a recent non-NASA mission launch attempt. Sounds like an excuse. Come on. Really. Everything went well, as far as the public can see, in the first Crew Dragon, the Demo 1. Why even bother? That's just crazy. So Halloween's canceled for the astronauts. No launch there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. And I know every single one of them was looking forward to spending time on that titanium shitter. I mean, why wouldn't they? I mean, porcelain, titanium. You're damn straight. Titanium is all the way. And plus, the thing helps you. Come on. That thing is like a fucking rotor-rooter. It's going to get everything out. Easy. No problems. Plus, you don't want spillage in space. That could be pretty nasty. Can you imagine a turd floating around? And it's really, I know it's kind of gross, but come on. If you get the shits in space, what is that going to do to the instrument panel? Jeez. That would be freaking crazy. I don't know. That's just nuts. By the way, the articles that I'm talking about are listed in the description. You can get on the link and check out the rest of the story. I'm only giving you partial because, it's just a news update. These guys spent a lot of time putting together the story for you so you could at least enjoy it. Know what I'm saying?
You will never understand what I went through. You never were a good listener. A good listener. You will never understand what you put me through. And you never be a good lover. A good lover. At first I believed I was the lucky one.
It appears that Bugs has been kicked out from one of the rooms, and he's here full of toe jam. So thanks for joining us, Bugs. What's up to Davina down in South Texas? She is awake. Yeah. Usually we just see Dre, but sometimes she makes an appearance. And that is fantastic because we need all the listeners we can get. By the way, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Tell your mama, tell your dada, tell your uncle, your sister, your brother, and some of those crazy kids you have with the cross-eyes. So check it out. So U.S. Army partners with SpaceX to deliver military cargo anywhere in an hour. 1 hour. That is mind-boggling. It is mind-blowing. And first thing first, thanks to all you guys who have served in the military, no matter where you're at, If you sacrifice, it is the ultimate sacrifice to be in a conflict for whatever country you're in. Let's be honest. By the way, that was Bugs farting. I'm pretty sure you guys heard that. Jeez Louise, dude. Go back. Go back. Jeez. Anyway, thank you for your service and what you do for your country. And guess what? You're not going to have to wait for any supplies anymore. Not if SpaceX gets this done with the military. Yeah, so they're going to partner. Imagine, no more cargo planes. You basically are going to get rid of that wait time. No flying, no landing at airport, no trucking this shit anywhere. Imagine, if you will, a Starship delivery system in where you have like an SN-45 or something like that, and it takes off from some base somewhere, and it lands near the battlefield in 1 hour's time with all the freaking weapons you want. Imagine if it even carries soldiers at the same time. Great, now he's snoring. Mind blown. Crazy. General Stephen Lyons, head of the U.S. Transportation Command, says that the initial test can be expected by as early as 2021. As early as next year, we can see a SpaceX Starship version built for the military to carry some crazy-ass cargo anywhere on the planet. That is just nuts. This is how many of these companies, these private enterprises, are going to be making some serious money. Military. That's where the big ticket items are at. Yeah, it's great. If you can take Joe and Bob and put them into space for, let's say, maybe $250,000. Great, fantastic. Bobby and Joe, they're probably on their last days on the planet. Why not? They can sell all the shit they got, 401k and everything, and take a little joyride into space for like 10 minutes. But if you want to make some money in what everyone is touting as the militarization of space, you've got to make contracts with your local governments. Now, here's the other thing. I would think that as a military force dealing with a private enterprise, that you might have some problems with the fact that SpaceX is private. But let's be honest, companies like Boeing have made quite a bit of penny being part of the military-industrial complex and delivering some serious armament, some serious vehicles of mass destruction to the military, and they're still here. No one said that they're part of any type of treason activity, but still, I would be concerned, But if you look at the whole picture together, we've got the military signing up to use Starlink to enhance their communications globally. Then you have now they're signing up for a Starship of their own to deliver goods wherever they need it to kick someone's ass. I feel like Elon Musk really is becoming a global god. He's got his fingers on everything. I almost said it wrong. He's got his fingers on everything, and there's just no getting a way around it. I mean, the guy is everywhere. Soon he'll be in space. He's protecting space. He's controlling communication. I don't know. Does anyone see a problem with this? This is just crazy. The guy is just... he's ruling the planet. One of the quotes from General Stephen Lyons was, think about moving the equivalent of a C-17 payload anywhere on the globe in less than an hour. And this is what he told an audience October 7th. There is no need for air refueling. They're going to get rid of that altogether. We've seen all the crazy videos of those planes full of fuel, filling up jets and all kind of other airplanes, those AWACS things that the giant radar in the sky. Gone. No need to refuel those because we're going to take all we need, stick it in the silver phallus, it's camouflaged, and it's going to end up in some country somewhere just delivering all kinds of, like I said, mass destruction goodies. This is crazy. Now, the funny thing is that the article even makes note that back in 2017 at the International Astronaut Congress, Elon Musk made the following statement. So, most of what people consider to be long-distance trips would be completed in less than a half an hour. This was part of a presentation in New York City regarding boarding a Starship-class rocket for a 40-minute trip to Shanghai. This has been in the works for a while. I mean, people have been talking about this for years now. But it's funny how Elon Musk, he really is putting it all together. And the people with the big bucks, the ones that need to get the edge, they're making it work, for the love of Pete. Bugs. I don't even see him. I don't know where the hell he is, but I can hear him snoring. That is the future of warfare on this planet. But is also a preview of the shit that's going to go down in space that people like Igor Asherbelly and the Asgardians are trying to leave the planet concerning over because they don't want to be part of this. Igor doesn't want to be part of this. The Asgardians all over the world don't want to be part of this. But there's going to be some serious conflicts around the corner if we can get past COVID-19. I'm just saying, it is completely wild, the things that we're going to see in our future. And all the guys that are in the military now, it's going to be so different. The face of warfare and just how the conflicts play out, completely different playing field. It's just not going to be the same. It's going to be crazy.
Wishing for the kind of love you see in magazines. The illusion falls and nothing's what it seems to be. The part left is hurting deep inside of me. Heard a whisper, someone saw you at the bar. Was it the same night you had trouble with your car? It's getting old, I've heard your story told 1,000 times. Baby, you are using the same old lines. I'll leave it all behind. I wasted too much time, I've been blind. 'Cause there's no fixing what's been broken. This ain't the is pouring down, but my feet are walking to a different sound. I'll leave the bitter taste of love come back. I'm finally free. In the mirror I can see a different me. I'll leave it all behind. I wasted too much time. I've been blind, 'cause there's no fixing what's been broken. This ain't the first time I'll be drinking you off my mind. Love is gone, and there's no road leading us back home. This ain't the first time, but it's the last time. At the bottom of the barrel, there's no love to be found. This ain't the first time I'll be drinking you off my mind. I'll leave it all behind. I wasted too much time. I've been blind, 'cause there's no fixing what's been broken. This ain't the first time I'll be drinking you off my mind. It's a good day to be drinking till I'm fine.
Hey, girl, there ain't nothing wrong with that. You can drink all you want today, as long as you get to be fine. I tell you, the music today was just all over the place. And I wanted to do some classical music, maybe a waltz or two, but I know you guys would get sentimental about that. And this is not what the podcast is about. It's about being crazed by space news. And for fuck's sake, I just realized, oh yeah, it does have a link. This story in USA Today. Now, we've been hearing, for those of you who give two fucks about it, about a mini moon. No, it's not your drunken cousin that had himself a really good time last weekend. No, it's not that guy. It's not his moon. A real mini moon in space. Apparently, they've been looking at this thing called 2020 SO. It should have been SOL, shit out of luck. Because this, what they thought was an asteroid, was going to come in real close, get caught up in the Earth's gravitational pull, and it would become the moon number 3, because we do have another mini moon that actually never left the planet. That's a different episode altogether. So this mini moon is supposed to be caught up for a couple months and hang out, probably cause a bunch of UFO sightings for those of you who are not skilled in identifying balloons. And bada bing, bada boom, gone after a little bit. Turns out that people have been watching this thing, and I want to thank the people in Hawaii who gave us Oumuamua, because for some reason they missed the boat on this one. They should have called it something Hawaiian for us, the layman's, the people who don't know. But it turns out that this really is an artifact. It is space junk. Well, not 100% sure, because this is science, right? We do have people looking through telescopes, so they're not entirely sure, but they're saying that the way this thing reflects light, kind of like a Oumuamua, and the way that it seems not to be going as fast as many asteroids do, And by the way, Oumuamua apparently was going faster than many asteroids. They have so many ways of describing these things. It's crazy. But because it's not fast enough and the way it reflects light, they're saying this is actually an artifact from a failed lunar landing. Yeah, that's what I said. A failed lunar landing, the Surveyor 2 mission. Isn't that crazy? This shit has been hanging out there for a very long time, and it's coming back home, Daddy. It's coming back home for you. And it will probably hang out for a few months, like a mini moon. According to Paul Chodas, director of the Center of Near-Earth Object Studies at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, he told the Associated Press, I'm pretty sorry. I swear to you that when I read this the first time, I thought the article said jizzed, but it's not jizzed. It's jazzed. I'm pretty jazzed about this. I don't know. It's like pareidolia of words. It's been a hobby of mine to find one of these and draw such a link, and I've been doing this for decades. And basically what he's doing is trying to find objects from way back when that had to do with attempts to land on the moon that went awry, and there's space junk all over the place. Isn't that a sad thing that we have space junk around the moon from when we blew shit up? So needless to say, this mission, Surveyor 2, ended up in a horrible, horrible accident for all that money that was spent. Yeah, I just said that. And lost in the accident, but part of this rocket is still out there, and eventually it will show up around our planet because we're that fucking lucky. Sometimes you can't get rid of this stuff. So Alice Gorman of Flinders University in Australia, she told the Science News the velocity seems to be a big one. It says, what I'm seeing is that it's just moving too slow, which reflects its initial velocity. That essentially is a big giveaway. That basically, it's not something that has been in space for a long time, basically. This was from the failed attempts to land on the moon, and therefore it's space junk. Now, what's going to happen with the Surveyor 2? Nobody knows. And actually, science can even tell you. These guys are watching this thing intently, probably losing sleep about it. They still are not 100% sure that this is what they say it is. So it's going to have to get a little bit closer before they can determine that. Now, they're basing this on the brightness and roughly the size. According to this, what they see is an object that's about 26 feet long, not 17. It's called the Centaur rocket, and it is the stage from the Surveyor 2 mission, which is actually less than 32 feet long with a 10 feet diameter. So that's what they're waiting for. They are trying to figure out if what we have is not something coming from deep space, not an asteroid, but some junk shit that we left in space and we had no way to recover. So it's junk coming back. Now, the funny thing is that it's not the first time that this has happened. Well, the junk part probably, but it's not the first time that we have been, that we've captured a asteroid and kept it as a moon for a little while. It turns out that back in 2018 to 2020, there was a object that was caught in our gravity and spent some time being a mini moon. And also from 2006 to 2007, there was another that spent a year in orbit because it was caught up by our gravitational pull. I'm sure shit like this happens all the time, temporary or not. There's junk in space, whether it comes naturally from some planet blowing the fuck up or from all the madness that we have. There's a lot of news reports right now about people complaining in space flight that there is an extreme amount of junk in space, and it's going to create quite the hazard for all these future space missions and just the safety of everyone going into suborbital all the way into space. It'll be interesting to see what Space Force can do about this, because initially that was their mandate, to clean up the damn shit in space. I mean, just ask Igor Ashabelli, he'll tell you. Space is nasty. Somebody's got to clean it up. This is the end of the podcast. I thank you guys for listening. Check out the articles in the description because, listen, what else you going to do? If you're on the shitter, you got nothing better to do. Even if you're on the ISS and you're getting the holy hell sucked out of your bungalow, guess what? $23 million mandates that you listen to UFO Buster Radio, and you also check out the links in the description. I got a new outro for you. Of course it's hip-hop, because we got to go out like gangsters.
I'm sturdy like a Millie Rocket. Skin clear, still look young, Andy Miller knockers. Money in my pocket, don't call me a money pocket. Engine get to rocket, it sound like a thunder rocket. Yeah, I still love my baby even when it's toxic. Crazy like she Britney, but no, she don't shade the noggin. Russell Wilson way I get low and stay in the pocket. I get paid and do my dance like a touchdown. Yeah, I can't do no time, don't leave that gun around. In my teens, we were acting up and running around. Now we're grown, still get to it if it's necessary. On the ground from January to January. Never met nobody who retired when they were young. So I guess I gotta get it to the cemetery. Getting paid just for rapping is fun. I lit up around a month of February. Told them side, no electric. It's getting hectic. 777. 777. Yeah. Told them slide, no electric. Yeah. It's getting hectic. 777. Yeah. 777. Couple in one in my head just to say they did it. Can't lie, I'm so paranoid and the windows tinted. I own everything around me, you can say it's rented. Not talking phone numbers when I'm talking 7 digits. Earn it by the day, every second minute. Used to pay me none, look, now they pay attention. Everybody say they drip, but I banded it. See them copy all the looks, but I stay switching. Pick up the loot, then hit the bank. Can never change, still wrote the change. Captain say the pay, this ain't the day. They made me wait, I'm breaking chains. Yeah. Tell me feeling bubbly out the rose. Took a minute, but I got it out the soul way. Friends turn to foes, haters tell them go away. Rappers making shiggy dance like a soul train. Told them slide, no electric. Yeah, it's getting hectic. 777. 777. Yeah. Told them slide, no electric. Yeah, it's getting hectic. 777. Yeah. 777.
Shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Don't fucking scream at me.
Where's the money?
Fuck you. Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat.